This is Alan Rosinski, Metro Manhattan office space. I wanted to provide you all with an overview of the major markets and submarkets of Manhattan from the 110th floor new observatory at the Empire State Building with 360-degree panoramic views of Manhattan and the neighboring areas. A quick overview for the benefit of my subscribers who are out of town and maybe overseas. New York City consists of 5 boroughs. Those boroughs are the Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, and Staten Island. Now, the major borough of New York City is Manhattan, with the bulk of commercial real estate. Directly to the west of Manhattan, across the Hudson River, is the state of New Jersey. The commercial real estate market of Manhattan is divided into 3 major markets. Those major markets consist of downtown Manhattan, Midtown South, and Midtown Manhattan. North of Midtown Manhattan are the residential areas of the Upper East Side, Upper West Side, East Harlem, and Harlem. North of Harlem is the borough of the Bronx. Each major market consists of several neighborhoods. Each major market has its distinct identity. For example, Midtown tends to have an inventory of better Class A and B buildings and is more corporate in nature with higher rents, particularly in the Plaza District, the only neighborhood of Midtown Manhattan which is more budget-oriented is the Garment District. Midtown South consists of such neighborhoods as Chelsea, the Flatiron District, and Soho. The inventory of commercial buildings there are mostly loft buildings which have been retrofitted for office use. Downtown Manhattan includes the World Trade Center, Wall Street, and City Hall. The buildings in those area are Class A buildings which are rather affordable and comparable to the buildings in Midtown Manhattan. Here's a view directly north of Midtown Manhattan and Central Park. This view is really impressive. You see, going north from the Empire State Building, which is on 34th Street, going across from Columbus Circle to Grand Central to the Plaza District, you really do have a high density of office buildings. The view was actually kind of terrifying down here because the observatory is really narrow, but I mean, the view's just unbeatable. You see Central Park in the district, Grand Central. Just a great overview of Manhattan, somewhat frightening in a way, but just spectacular. Now, Midtown South is south of the Empire State Building, and you see there's fewer high-rise office buildings. Here's a view of the Flatiron District. But you see, most of the buildings are older converted factory buildings, which are very popular among tech companies who like industrial-style office space. But you see, most of the buildings are relatively low-rise until you get to downtown Manhattan. Here's a nice view of the World Trade Center going down to Soho, Chelsea, the Flatiron District, Midtown South again, the low-rise buildings you can see, very desirable loft buildings, all the tech companies want to be there. Hope you enjoyed this view from the 110th floor of the Empire State Building Observatory.